That's right. I am live, and it is almost midnight with Magoo. Like I said, I've been trying to do it a little bit earlier, so it's not quite midnight with Magoo, but close enough. And I'm waiting for you guys to come on, so hopefully some of you will. And hi, this has been. Oh yeah, I forgot to put the title of it. Oh no, there it is. That's right. The second gen speak out today. They really did. They had a hot day. It was a good day for the second gens and a bad day for Scientology and ZDT. All right, so now let me check and see if oh, there you are. Hi, Sophie. Good evening, and hi, no one. Hi, Rinka. I hope I'm saying it right. Rinka. Hi. I'm going to go like that. There you go. That's better. Then you can see my necklace. This is the one thing. Hi, Zen Lao. How are you? And Sophie says hi to the chat. This is a good group. Hey, JB808, Midnight with Magoo. Yes, sir. It is happening. Hi, Christina. So proud of them speaking out. It was great to watch. I know, it really was. If you missed it by any chance, thank you. Thank you. If you missed today, you can check Aaron Smith-Levin. He's got, I think he had it pretty much live. Let's see, who all was there? Wait. I just wrote it down. It's like Aaron. Oh, here it is. It's Aaron Smith-Levin, Streets LA. You can check him. He's got some. Audit LA, and Serge and Michael. And those are the guys that were there speaking out. Serge and Michael and Aaron were all in Scientology and raised in it. And well, Michael wasn't, but Serge was, who's his husband. So anyway, Serge has some very strong videos about what happened to him. Hi, Cinderella. Oh yeah, and Jenna. That's right. Thank you, JB808. That's right, Jenna. Absolutely. So she and Aaron were there. Anyway, they all different ones spoke. It was really good. Oh, thank you, Sophie. So Sophie put a link up to Aaron's video. Thank you. That's good. So I just wanted to let you guys know a little bit, for anybody who doesn't know, there's a guy named Zero Dark Tony who was on the internet. He may still be on the internet. I don't know. But he's a super creepy guy on the internet. It doesn't matter how I knew him, but I knew him a long, long time ago, way before these guys. And I never met him, but I saw him on the internet. And another person that I knew who was a protester, and someone else that I don't like the way he protests, wanted me to come meet him. And I said, look, anyone that is named Zero Dark Tony, I don't need to meet at all. And I still feel that way about him. He's really creepy, and he's gotten way creepier. I mean, unbelievable. But he mainly picked on Solomon, who's underage. He was 17 when he started picking on him, and his mother, and threatening both of them that he would sexually abuse them. He'd go out there and do that. And it was really creepy. I mean, really creepy. So anyway, Streets LA has really taken it on. He's helped Solomon a ton, and everyone has. But Solomon and his mother have really stood up for what's going on and against him. And now he has lost majorly. I think he's going to jail, I hope. He should. I mean, anybody who does stuff like that over and over. And he's had, orders saying, don't do it, leave Solomon alone, leave his mother alone. and he still keeps doing it. Okay, hi, Stephen Miller. Let's get this right. Streets didn't speak about C of S. He spoke about the cops, period. So don't put Streets in for category. Thank you. Okay, so thank you for clarifying that. You got that straight. So Streets is Streets LA, who he also has Film the Police LA. That's the other YouTube site that he has that's really good about the police. And so, yes, okay, so he spoke about that. Hey, hon. Hi, Tori from Canada. All right. Canada, Lauren. Hello. Anyway, it's good to see all of you guys. Thank you for coming on. And I just wanted to let people know who might have missed this, because it was really, I think, fantastic that they all got up and said what they said. And it's just the more people that speak out, the better. And the less chance Scientology had. I mean, there's more chance that we have of getting their nonprofit status taken away and their religious status, because they're not a religion, they're a cult. So, okay, Sophie's saying Streets is a professional protester. He did speak about Scientology and police corruption. He was there to support all the ex-Scientologists. Yeah, that's what I thought. He's always there for us. He's really great. Whenever stuff goes down and we need help on the street, we can call Streets. I mean, not whenever, but you know what I mean? He has really come around many, many times to help various different people with some of this creepy stuff that's happened. So thank you, Sophie. I mean, she's from New Zealand. So it just shows you can do something from anywhere. You really can. With the internet, you can help anywhere. And I wanted to ask you guys, because Aaron, I talked to him before he came here, and he saw my site because I was asking him about something about my site. And he said he thinks this circle thing is a very bad idea and that I should get rid of it. I don't know how to get rid of it. Remember, I got the new laptop, and when I started it up, this circle thing is there. So I don't quite know. We are worldwide in Tori's chat. Exactly. So I don't quite know if anybody does know how, or if Aaron hears this. I hope you let me know how to get rid of it. He was going to come over. We were going to get together and he was going to show me. But obviously, I said it's not going to happen. I knew it. He'd get busy and that'd be that. I kind of like it. I know I kind of do too. But I wanted to ask you guys, because if you don't, he was really like, no, you can't keep that. But I thought, well, I'll ask each of you, because you're the ones that mean the most to me as far as, whether you like it or not. And I might change it, but I have, anyway, for me, it's fine for now. It's something different. And I don't mind the circle too. Okay, good, Sophie. All right, so that's a couple of people. I think it's good. For now, we'll keep it. We'll keep it for now. 2 people's enough. Unless other people don't like it, in which case you need to speak up about it. Better go watch the video, Sophie. He spoke about police corruption. Don't feed lies. Okay, Stephen Miller, I don't think she's feeding lies. Streets has supported ex-Scientologists in their protests for a long time, as long as I've known him. Sophie, yeah, it puts the attention on Tori's face. True, that's what it does. Not T. Perth Scientology audit. Hello, all. Hi. Stephen, I did watch it. Yeah, I could tell you watch it just by your comments. No, Streets had 2 separate lives today. Good. He kicks ass. He really does. I mean, he has been on Zero Dark Tony since he started screwing around with Solomon and his mother. And I really want to thank him for that, because he's really helped out a lot. He also spoke about Scientology. Go rewatch it. There you go. Thank you, Christina. Anyway, it looks like you guys have all seen the videos. Think I'm used to the circle. Okay. Hi, Charles Patrick. Good. I just wanted to ask you if you didn't like it, because I could change it. And you can look at my old videos and see what the room looks like. It's kind of corny. Comment. The circle is nice. Oh, wait, where'd the comment go? Ooh. Okay, the circle is nice, but I miss seeing the different stuffed animals and decorations in your room. Okay, that's what he was saying. He thought that was true. So maybe I can find out how to do it, and then I can do it some nights and do the whole room some other nights. Hi, Hans Christian. How are you? Good morning. All right. Dare I ask what Zero Dark Tony did? Everyone hates him, but I never knew he existed. I know I haven't brought him up because he's very, very, very creepy. I mean, he has hurt some people where he literally on the internet, this is all done by the internet, he has gone and attacked their families. So, it's like the guy's, I don't know, sick in the head as far as I'm concerned, but he's been very, telling an underage young man that he's going to come out and sexually abuse him and his mother. If you don't know what he did wrong, think about it again. That's ridiculous. So there are plenty of videos about his behavior. Yeah, I haven't spent much time on it because I just don't want to give him the energy. It's the same as I feel about Donald Trump. I'm not going to talk about it because I might, but I'm not going to here. Because mainly here, I want to expose the abuses of Scientology. Now, wait a second. Sandy Fletcher. Okay. Hi, lovely Tori. I like the circle. It's uniquely you, Tori. Love to you, your mods, and chat from Margaret River in Western Australia. Yes. Wow, you're close to Sophie. Good to see you. Yeah, Sophie, New Zealand and Australia are very close. Hi, Brian. Good to see you too. Have a nice night. And here's Carol Stewart. Oh, thank you, Tori. I bet you could tell a few stories, Miss. Very creepy guy, sicko. Come on, streets. He's the man. I don't understand what you're asking. I really don't. If you mean about Zero Dark Tony, I don't really know him. I don't. I intentionally never got to know him. I'm just saying I knew of him through this other person. I'm not defending him. I'm literally haven't heard anything about him except how happy people were he had 26 criminal or civil charges, which is not a good thing. But when someone is continuously, and I'm talking every night, threatening a younger man and his mother, I think at that point you'd understand why people are happy about it. Hi, Valerie from Florida. I don't envy you, but I know people in Florida love it, so that's good. Stony balcony with mayo. All right. The circle is cool. Don't believe everything that ASL tells you. No, I don't. That's why I just figured I'd ask you guys, because it totally is something new, and I don't know how it even came about. Okay, it's fine. No one thinks that we just don't need to go on about him. And Tori said what she knew about him. There are many people who have spoken about his harassment. Yeah, I mean, there's tons of information out there about it. You just have to poke around. But I just didn't want to, add to it except for this day, because these young, well, they're really not that young, but they're younger. They're certainly younger than I am. But they're in their 40s, and they have some very definite stories about Scientology and abuse. And I've said, I do too. Mine is more medical abuse, but I also know about OSA. I know about their educational system. I know I know them taking kids out of school, high school, to put them in the Sea Org for 1 billion years. It's like they're an abusive group. They really are. And somebody needs to wake up on it if not, I'm going to have to talk to the CIA. They said I'm an undercover CIA agent. So there you go. So if we have to go to the CIA, that's what we'll have to do. Unfortunately, this movement has many abuses. I know. It is unfortunate. It really is. Tori definitely thinks for herself, especially since she left the cult. I actually did in the cult too, because of epilepsy. It's funny how you can have a disability, but it ends up helping you. And that is exactly what happened. I got to take it off because it makes it everything echoes if I have my hat on too long. But in 1972, they routed me out of the Sea Org. I was in it for 6 months, and they routed me out because I took medicine. And they said, we're the top 10% of the planet. We don't take medicine, blah, blah, blah. So that was really the beginning of me having to think for myself. At first I went along with them, but then my mother, thank God, stayed on it and kept saying, they're going to kill you, Tori. They're going to kill you. And she finally just said, look, that's it. When I couldn't remember who I went out on a date with, she said, that's it. I'm your mother, and I'm going to be flying from either you're on your medicine today and your doctor calls me today and says you are on your medication, or I am flying from Chicago to LA. And believe me on this, Tori, L. Ron Hubbard and the Church of Scientology will never forget your mother. And every time I speak out, I think about her. I mean, bless her heart. I wouldn't have been alive. Another guy who has epilepsy is dead because he followed their program, got off the medicine, and he's dead. So they're awful people. They really are. They really have serious abuses. And I hope we expand out so that I definitely care about the children in that situation. But I also think the other ones are easier to prove because they just are. Stopping free speech, we can just go up and walk and talk to them and they won't talk to us. Breaking up families, I can get 300 families to come together and speak out. It's like medical abuse. There's not as many with medical abuse, but there's a lot of people have died in Scientology way too young. Okay, now let me I'm getting ahead of myself. Wait, hang on. Ooh. Ooh. Just a second. Whoop. All right, let's see. Okay. Do you think that the meeting today will get any media attention? It did. I think the LA Times were there already. So I don't know if they'll print it. I don't know, but we'll see. But you know what? You have to keep trying. I've been speaking out for 24 years. And it's like, I've done a ton. I've had media people call me and say, do you have like an in with the media? And I say, no, why are you asking me that? And they go, because if you type in your name, everywhere around the internet, there are interviews with you. And I go, that's because for the first 8 years after I escaped out, no one there were 4 people that would speak out. That was it. And I was one of them. And my phone number's on the internet. I put it on the internet because I only thought there were 50 people on the internet. A little bit of brainwashing had been going in there. Yep. Okay, so I don't know. We'll have to see as far as the media. It's never enough as far as I'm concerned. It's never enough. But that's just the way it is. So Sophie said, it's fine. No one thinks that we just don't need to go on about it. Okay, yeah, I already read that. Okay, so consider yourself lucky for not knowing he existed. I knew he existed. Oh, you're saying that to T. Okay. All right. Not about him, just about you could tell a few stories. What do you want me to tell stories about? Let me know, Carol, what you're talking about. What the topic is that you want me to tell stories about, then I will. Thank you. That's what she said. Hello. Unfortunately, this movement has many abusers. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so thank you, Sophie. Thank you. Links for Streets LA. Okay, talking about ZDT court case for those interested. Thank you. Can you send me a copy? Well, I can get it, I think. No, yeah, because it's just Streets LA, right? Yeah, so I should be able to get it. Into Scientology schools. Arrow 23. Okay, that's not a full sentence, Arrow 23. So can you make that into a sentence so I know what you're talking about? Because it could be many different things. Into Scientology schools. Are you in Scientology schools? Or you want me to talk about Scientology schools? Let me know. I love that hat. I do too. I really do. It's very echoey. Never in Aaron. Okay. Sophie, I love when Tori gets on her CIA hat. I know. Isn't that amazing that they would do that? They lost $5,000 that night. I love to remind you of that, Osa. $5,000 that guy was going to give you that night, except for two things. I said, watch out. They lie and they hate me. And he said, when he heard them say that about me being an undercover CIA agent, he said, bingo, she's right. It's not like, they can lie about me, but, if I warn them ahead of time, it doesn't work. That's the thing. And a lot of people are on the internet warning them. So that's good. Being persuaded to leave normal schools and go there. Oh, okay. I don't know that they're persuaded to. It's just part of the plan. It's like you want to be in a Scientology school because they know how to, they want to. They want the kids to grow up. Their study tech isn't that bad. It really isn't. I will tell you that. Some of it is, but some of it's pretty good. I mean, this is from universities that I talked to. And when they heard that you have to have 85% pass rate or you have to redo it, they went, no one does that anymore, Tori. No one. That is amazing. It was a really shocking thing to hear that these big universities be impressed with that. And, I'm just telling you, that's what they said. But a lot of the parents, I'm not saying it's good, because the downside of Scientology schools is that they don't have a lot of communication, as usual, even though they sell the communication course, but they don't have a lot of communication in the schools. So pretty much you do your own, everybody works on your own check sheet, and it's just like step by step. And that's why Tom Cruise loves it, because he has dyslexia, per him. And with the check sheets, you can go at your own rate. You can go as fast as you want or as slow as you want. So there you go. That was sort of me too. I think I've never been diagnosed with that, but I think I probably have it. And I loved that too, because I could go at my own speed. Thank you for being Totus, Mad, and Friend. Is Totus? Who is Totus? Tori is my favorite streamer. It's nice when I get off work early and can catch her live. Thank you, Sandy. I'm glad me too. All right. Carol said, the government, if there is one, should get this sorted with Scientology. Another bunch. I don't know what that means. The government, if there is one, I understand that. should get this sorted with Scientology, another bunch. I don't quite get what you're asking. Can you rephrase it? Or Sophie, can you tell me what she's asking? T, I've always admired Tori Magoo's protesting style. I even admired how she carried herself in a video when she was still in and was cheerfully, politely, and effectively handling protesters. Thank you. I actually had some fun with it, because they also would always say, "What did you do?" Because they'd leave, and they could never get anybody to leave, and then I would go talk to them, and they'd leave, and Osa would say, "What did you do?" And I'd say, "I just talked to them. They're just people. They're people with a different view than we have. That's all." And that's how I would get them to leave. I would use whatever I had to use. I don't know if you guys have you heard the story about the birthday party? Do you want to hear that? Let me know if you do. Say yes or no. She's a queen, in my opinion. Aw, thank you. Exactly, T. How you doing, hen? Okay. Still don't get it. She was just politely talking to protesters, letting them to politely talk back. It's correct. That's very, very correct. Thank you. Sophie, yes, she is. Okay. Charles Patrick, that was smart to compare how California law enforcement had no problem going after the Catholic Church for child abuse with their refusal to investigate CFS for the same thing. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Yes, the LA Times was there. Yep. I've seen that too. Okay. Hi, Sophie. Maybe this winter we should make a trip to California and take her to lunch 14 hours from winter to summer. Yeah, come on down. Absolutely. Dawn, what year did you get into Scientology? 1969. Long time ago. And I escaped out in 2000. So I was in it for 30 years. She's a wee, strong woman, not scared at all. Any story would do. All right, well, maybe I'll tell you I don't know if I already told the story. I mean, I know I've told it, but I don't know if I've told it to you guys about handling the protesters out in front of Celebrity Center and me using the example of a birthday party. So let me know if you want to hear that or if you've already heard it. Don't worry, the spam can be filtered by searching for Xeno and PGP. Okay. Sophie, Sandy, yes. We get the opposite seasons. Yeah, that's right. Please put a question before your questions and provide some context too. Thank you. All right. And Arlene, comment. Hello, beautiful Tori. Hello, beautiful mods. Hope all of you are having a great day. I feel the same. I love Sophie. Okay, Kelly. Hey, Tori. 8 a.m. for me. Wow, just getting ready for work. But glad to catch a live. Thank you for all you do. You are welcome. I don't know that I do as much as I used to do, but I try to keep up, and I want to let you guys know if there's something that happens. And today was a pretty important day. It really was. If you haven't heard the different videos, listen to them because it's really important. JB808. Tori and Natalie said she would love to protest at Big Blue with you. And Jenna, I think she's going to reach out to you. Perfect. Definitely. Absolutely. Just let me know that you know me from YouTube, okay? Never in Aaron. Saying hi to Kelly. All right, Sandy Fletcher. That must have been so lovely for you both. I lived in the U.S. for 22 years, but left before I went down the rabbit hole of this heinous cult. If I was still there, I would be a protester. Yeah, definitely. I'd love to hear the birthday party story. Okay, great, Raffaello. All right, I will tell it to you. Let me just get down here. Okay, someone, that's what she said, wants to hear the birthday. Okay, so here's the birthday story. Let me get a drink of I drink this carbonated water. It's called ice. And they have all these different flavors. It's really good. But anyway, that's that's that. Let me just see. Ooh. Okay. All right, so here's the birthday story. A bunch of protesters are outside, a whole bunch of them. And they used to have this giant, I mean, think of a, like street corner where it's like, the street goes this way and the other street goes that way. So, it's a big corner. And they used to have this big leather XENU in black letters. Pardon me for gargling. I have frogs in my throat. Anyway, they would put this big Xenu. Let's see, how can I do it? It was like I don't know quite how to do it on here, but it was like, just get the idea of it. It's across it's across the crosswalk, and they have this huge Xenu thing across from Celebrity Center here in Los Angeles. Now, you guys have all heard the word Xenu, so it's not like that big a deal. But back then in the 90s, not nobody, but only really people who'd done OT3. And they really, really wanted to keep it secret. So now Andreas from Norway comes up with this huge leather. Now, I don't know if he made it. Someone else may have made it, so I don't mean to give him. He has the website, xenu.net. But they had this big leather thing saying xenu.net. So OSA called me up and they said, you got to come over here and help us. These people are out here and they're protesting. And anyway, so I go up and talk to them and they're like, they've got this Xenu thing out there. We've got to get rid of that. And I said, okay, I'll see what I can do. It's like, that's always how I am. It's like, I don't know that I can, but I'll give it my best shot. So, okay, so I go outside and I stop this one guy. I ask him, I always start out with like, what do you know about Scientology? And they won't ever talk to you. They're just like really weird. And, they're marching along with their protest signs and they're not going to talk to me. And you can tell they're kind of scared and, they're just like mad at me, right? And I'm not mad at them. I'm just like, I want to find out, all right, what's going on? So I go up to this one guy and I said, can I ask you a question? And he stops and he goes, yeah, what? And I said, did you ever have a birthday party when you were a young kid? And he said, yes, I did. And I said, how'd you like it? And he said, I really liked it. They were always fun. My mom was really good at birthday parties. And I said, yeah, my mom was too. So let me ask you a question, though. See that big, xenu.net, the leather yellow thing that you have over there with the black letters? And he said, yeah. And I said, okay, what if someone had come to your birthday parties with a big sign like that saying your mother is a whore? And I said, would that change how you felt about your party? And he said, yeah. And I said, exactly. And that's all that's happening for us. I can't explain why, but that sign really upsets the people in my church. And so if you guys could just move along, it would really help our party. We're just having a party, just like you had your birthday party. Well, we're having a party, but it's kind of putting a big damper on the party. So do you think you could go? And he said, he looked over at his friend and he said, you know what? Let's go. And they wrapped up the whole Xenu.net thing and they all marched on the street and off they went. And it was like, woo! So Osa was amazed. They were like, how did you do that? And again, I just said, I just went out and talked to them. They're people. And just like you would talk to people, I talked to them. And that's what happened. And they left. So anyway, that's the birthday story. But it's kind of a cool story, isn't it? I hope you liked it. I always forget the government should bring Scientology to its knees. And it finito all these buildings all over the world. Yeah. Tori is exactly the same person as she is on here. Maybe sweeter in person. Aw, thank you, Sophie. I feel the same about you. Yeah, we want to hear the birthday story. Okay, so there you go. Good evening. Hi, Joe. All right. Moon and Stars. Hey, thanks for coming by. Hi, Laura P. Thank you. Arrow 23 saying hi to Moon and Stars. Streets had it on his Film the Police LA channel. Okay, that's good to know. That's a good one to follow, too. He's really great. Okay, Sophie, the internet and removal of their tax-exempt status hopefully will be their downfall. They use AU to launder money. What is AU? I don't know what that is. Only 1,700 CFS in AU. Oh, you mean Australia? They use Australia to launder money? Really? God, that's pathetic. Only 1,700 CFS in AU, but 4 million per member. Wow. Outrageous abuse and tax avoid. Thank you, Sandy. Hi, Eric Levitt. He says, hello, Tori, and all love from Culver City, California, which is about, I think, an hour from here, I think. All right, everybody's saying hi. There's the link. Thank you, Sophie, for Streets LA's video. That's good. Marcia Smith, hello, Tori, just arrived. Well, welcome. And question, how long were you off your medication? Long enough to have a lot of grand mal seizures. I would probably maybe 6 months. It was way too long. And I was sure Dianetics and my vitamins were going to fix it. And it was a nightmare. I mean, it was literally an awful nightmare because I would just go into these grand mal seizures. And then when I would come out of them, I could not literally recognize a person, a building, a street, anything. I knew nothing. It was just like if someone had wiped your brain completely of everything. And it was really scary. And then when I would finally come back to consciousness, there would be Scientologists going, you need to be more responsible, Tori. And I'd be like, fuck you. It was like, it pissed me off so much. I mean, they were so awful to me. But anyway, thank God my mom stayed on it because I really believed, I believed them. I just did. So I had a lot of grand mal seizures. And then once I got back on my medicine, I haven't had a seizure in 30 years. So thank God, and thank my mom, because if she hadn't, and my grandfather was a doctor. And I know he heard the story and said, look, this is what we're going to do. You're going to get your daughter back on her medicine. And that's fine. My granddaughter. Thank you. A wee story. Question. I'd like to hear more about when you began protesting. You seemed so nice to them. Do I seem meaner now? You have to remember, when I began protesting was after I'd escaped out. And so I had been working on and off with OSA as a volunteer for years. They would send me out to handle these critics wherever I was. Another story that is a fun one, and again, I've told this one, but I'll tell it again for the guys that didn't hear the birthday one, but this is another one. We went up to Sacramento because this lady came on the radio and she said, look, they're now trying to pass a law that young girls can get an abortion without ever telling their parents. So we want you guys to go up to Sacramento and, protest this. So my girlfriend and I said, okay, let's go. So we went up there and we did our thing as far as that and talking to the political people. And now we're on the way back. And my hair was kind of dirty. And we went by a hair salon. And I said, you know what, I'm just going to jump in here and get my hair washed. So I go in, she washes my hair, and my hair is really thick. If you don't know it, I have like 3 heads of hair. So it takes even a professional a long time to blow dry it. And we had to catch a plane. So I said, look, I really don't have time to get my hair blow dried. So let's just leave it like it is. And it was sort of all curly and, so I just kind of kinked it up and that was it. Okay. So now I go, hey, there's the I think it was Sacramento. I think we were in Sacramento, and there's the Sacramento mission. It was a mission. So let's go over by Scientology. And there were 2 guys outside. One had a Xenu doll and one had a sign, and they were walking back and forth up and down the street. I'd been used to handling 50, 60 people, right? So this was nothing, right? So we walk inside and the whole staff are like hiding in the corner and they're really frightened. And I go, what's going on, you guys? And this guy goes, oh, thank God Tori's here. If she will, I think she can help us. And I go, okay, what's going on? Because it just didn't even make sense to me. And they said, well, these people are outside protesting and it's really scary for us. And I said, and they said, and the guy from LA that knew me said, maybe could you go out and talk to him? And I said, well, I'll give it my best shot. That's always what I say. I'll try my best. I mean, I can't guarantee it, but I'll give it my shot. So I go out and let's say, I always forget how to do this. This is the window of the mission on this side. And this is us walking along, right? And there's the window. And so I'm walking next to the guy and I ask him, what do you know about Scientology? Nothing, and he won't talk to me and blah, blah, blah. And he just won't talk, and he's really grumpy. And so finally I say, look, and I look in the window and I see my hair, like a reflection. And I go, God, it looks awful. And so I look at him and I go, let me just ask you something. And he kind of stops for a minute and I say, how do you like my hair? And he doesn't answer. And I say, no, really, I mean, I really want you to look at my hair and tell me, does it look really crummy? Because I just got it washed and it just looks kind of funky. I just want to know, does it look okay? And all of a sudden he stops and he just bursts out laughing. And I go, what? Does it look that bad? And he goes, no. He goes, it's just my mom always asks me that. And I never know what to say. And he looks at his friend. He goes, you know what? Let's go home. And they leave. So I wrote that up to Mike Rinder before I left. I said, this is one of the best and most successful and the fastest handlings of anyone I've ever done as far as protesters. And it was like, how do you like my hair? You know what I mean? But the difference was I really wanted to know how he liked it. I really meant it. It wasn't just like some flippy thing I was asking him. But isn't that kind of fun? That it was so simple. It was incredible. And that's why they don't send people out to engage with protesters anymore. It makes people leave. Well, it doesn't make them leave, but people start thinking and realize, I don't have to stay here. And if you're listening and lurking, you don't. The way out is the nearest door. You just have to walk over to it, open it up, go outside and call me, and I'll come get you. That's it. And if you don't want to call me, call your parents, call your brother, call your sister, call your mother, call your father. You know, everybody has somebody. So you just have to call them. They'll be there. They will. Okay, so this is, oh, thank you, Sophie, for putting the one of Andreas, and it's Andreas, just so you know, Andreas. But that's Andreas protesting in LA. And he was he was the person who helped wake me up and he didn't even know it. You know, he was just helping me, but it helped me wake up, and that was it. You know, like he said, what kind of friends could those be if they're going to leave you because you change your mind? And it was like, oh my God, I'd never even thought of that they're not really my friends. I mean, I cried and cried and cried. And it was really sad for me to realize they're not really my friends. They're just part of the Truman Show, the Scientology Truman Show. And they certainly proved that after I left. I mean, none of them have ever called me, not one, well, maybe a few, but I'm not going to tell you those. But not most of them, no. Great story, TLC. Thank you, John B. I know who you are. Good to see you. Okay, Joe. I really love the huge picket signs used in the 80s and 90s. They bring tons of attention. I do too. I really do. And Anonymous was outrageous. I mean, they were awesome. Okay, the AU is the Australian dollar. Okay, I get it. So they're filtering their money through Australia? That's pathetic. Good to see you too, Sophie. Says Match Mirdak. Wow, that's a tricky name. Mac Mirdad. I'm going to call you M. That's it. That's too difficult. Aero 23, and I'm Australian. All right. Good to know you, lucky dog. Joe, I really love the huge picket signs. Okay, yeah. Okay. So proud of everyone at the meeting. I know. Me too, Marcia. I mean, I was really proud of them. It was really, they did a great job. They all looked fantastic. They dressed up. They spoke well. It was really, really good job. I agree. No to the circle. Oh, did someone say no to the circle? Who said no to the circle? Hi, Kim White. I don't see anybody that says no to the circle. But you're saying you agree with someone, so someone obviously did. Okay, well, I'm going to have to go back down because I can't find it. All right, so you don't like the circle. Okay. All right, well, there's 3 that do and 1 that, I guess 1 or 2, because you said I agree. Oh, maybe you're agreeing with Aaron that no to the circle. Okay, well, I've got to learn how to get it off. I don't know how to, first of all, so I don't know exactly, unless the only other thing I thought, no, that didn't work. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know how it got here. I just turned it on and there was the circle. So I'll have to try to find a friend that knows more about computers. Aaron was going to come over and help me, but he got busy. Okay, I agree, no to the circles. Okay, all right. So that's good to know that there's different views on it. Wait a second now. Okay. Hi, Teresa. Thank you for coming by, all of you. Dawn, did Tori miss your question? You asked what year she got into Scientology. No, I said 1969. I saw it. But thank you for re-asking. Culver City to Burbank is 23 minutes. Not bad. Will you have to come up here? Really? We can go protest or just walk around even. Marcia Smith, yes. They were all so clear with their statements. Yeah. All the ex-Scientologists and Streets and Audit LA. Yeah, Audit LA is terrific too. Streets and Audit LA are great. And the other guys were too. Everybody was really, it was fantastic. Yeah. Carol, wow. They have no clue how to care for people at all. People need their medicines. Yeah. That one still blows me away. That also you couldn't make a noise while giving birth. Well, that was a little bit on me, just so you know. It isn't like they said you can't do that. Hubbard wrote that in Dianetics, that you should have a silent birth. Now, most people didn't, but I did because of epilepsy. And I was so afraid that it would, anything that would trigger my baby to have that. So I was pretty quiet. I really was. But the medicine, that's on them. And it is really creepy. And tons of Scientologists die way too young. So if you're in, again, and you're watching this, get out. It's like, don't stay in there and die. Sorry, I had to get a drink. I was there before you, before HB, when you had a grand mall. It wasn't pretty. So glad those days are long gone. Love catching up with you on the Magoo View. Thank you. Yeah, it wasn't pretty. I know. It was my dad's birthday yesterday. He turned 77. That's my age. Tell him happy birthday so you could be my son. All right. I was born in 47, so I'm a little older than your dad, I think. Right? Anyway, yeah, because I'm going to be 78. Happy birthday to you, Dad. Yeah, happy birthday to your father. From all of us, wish him a happy birthday. Okay, that's so funny about your hair, Tori. Is that why they have a thing about your hair? No, it's just because my hair is, it's just, I have a lot of hair. So like Anonymous wanted me to wear a mask. And I said, are you kidding me? They would know me in a minute with a mask on and my hair. No. So, and I said, plus you need someone that can communicate to the media. And if you all have your masks on, it's very hard to hear what you're saying. So anyway, I didn't wear a mask. Hi, Tori, you're up so late. My show is Midnight with Magoo, so it's only 12:30. So I've been up way later than this. Andreas was really a beautiful human. Thank you for fixing his name. He is. I think he's still somewhere in the world, somewhere in the universe. He's doing something good. I know Andreas, even though he doesn't think that, but I do. Nancy Johns, good Lord, I just admire you. You're so down to earth, kind, amazing, and just a great person. Wow, love watching you. I've always been a lurker. Well, thank you, Nancy Johns. I appreciate you saying that. I really do. And thank you for lurking. And please pass on my link, because the more people that get the link, like your friends and stuff, just come over and you can subscribe for free. She's kind of fun, and you'll learn some stuff. Okay. When going out the nearest door, double check that no one is looking or that you are close enough to run out the door in seconds. I don't think that's true, Arrow. I think what happens when you say that is it increases the fear that they try to keep there, that you cannot leave. And it's like, you know what? There's nothing they can do. We think there's something they can do when you're in, but there isn't. There really isn't. You open the door and you leave. They can start yelling at you. Okay, yell all you want. I'm going to yell too. And you start yelling. Because the police told me I was going to buy one of those taser things. And they said, no, don't ever get a taser thing. And I said, why not? And they said, because think about it. You're a woman. They're men mostly that are going to nail you. And they can taser you, and now you're out for 20 minutes, and they can take you wherever they want and do whatever they want. And they said, your best defense is your voice. Scream as loud as you can. And you can do that as a Scientologist leaving Scientology. I don't care what they think. You know, it's like you have to realize we all were in the Scientology Truman Show. Not everyone here, but the people that have escaped out, we were in it. And you can go all around the internet and listen to different stories of people that were in, people that helped create the church. Type in Jesse Prince. He helped run the church with Miscavige. And he is out. So, you know, definitely learn both sides and then pick a door and walk out. And then call somebody that you know and have them come get you, or call me. There you go. Hi, Aaron. Awesome work today. Yeah. And welcome to Midnight. Is he on here? Growing up in Scientology? Now, wait a second. Where did he slip in? Oh, he is. Hey, Aaron. Hi. Welcome home. You got home. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to tell everybody about your success today for all of you, you know, because it was really fantastic. I mean, you, Streets, Audit LA, Surgeon Michael, and Jenna, you know, you all sounded great. You look great. It was a very successful day. And I just wanted to let everybody here know in case, you know, because sometimes, like, I didn't even know this was happening. And I'm kind of amazed that you didn't tell me about it, because I would have gone down there. I would have loved to have at least been there, you know, and helped support you guys. But anyway, you didn't tell me, so I didn't know about it. So I figured, you know, some of these guys might not know about it. So it turns out a lot of them did. But that's usually my life story. I'm the last one to find out about stuff. Okay. So thank you, Nancy Jones. I appreciate it. And I'm sort of up late, Aaron, but not really, because I have a show midnight with Magoo, and I'm a night owl. So I'm like Jessica. We both are like that. We're night owls. We stay up late and we sleep in. And that's what we do. And I've done that most of my life, unless I was in college or school or working. When I work, I have to go to bed early. And that's awful. I don't like going to bed early. So anyway, welcome to the site. And please get your million and billion people that are subscribed to you, get some of them to come over here. You never even say my name. When you say the different sites that they should go to, say Tori Magoo 44 and make sure you say Tory, because otherwise they'll go Tori and they'll miss it. Hi, Becky. Good to have you guys here. Hey, Tori and Chad. I mentioned what you said, though, Aaron, about the circle. And a few people like it, and one person agrees with you that I should. But I don't know how to do it. You were going to come over and show me how to get rid of it, but I don't know how to. I'm late as usual. Don't worry, Connie. I told you you're never late here. You're never late. As long as you're here, you're on time. That's the way I feel. Life's too short to stay in Scientology. Amen on that. That is correct. Thank you, M. Connie. Hey, Sophie and Mods. Question, can you explain more about the silent birth? Okay. What is the reasoning behind this? And geez, I can't imagine being quiet. Well, you can't imagine having a grand mal seizure either. So remember, that was my motivation. I mean, Hubbard's was, I'll explain what his theory was, which is any moment of pain and or unconsciousness. Okay, so you're out, right? Or you have a big piece of pain. And someone says, like, I think the example they have in the video is a lady climbing up some steps in her kitchen, and she falls off the steps. And someone says, honey, can you hear me? Right? And now later, this is Hubbard's example, she has hearing problems. She can't hear. And he calls, when she fell, that's what they call an engram, right? It's a moment of pain and or unconsciousness. So when those happen, whatever noise or voices or words that are put in, he said, can affect you for a long, long time. So I really believed that. I was a Dianetic auditor, and I had audited people, and I saw how I thought it helped them. So I really believe I don't want to give this to my son. So for that reason, I mean, a silent birth is just being as quiet as you can. That's it. There's nothing more to it than that. And most people don't do it. I mean, I would say 99% of the moms don't do it. But I did because of epilepsy. That was the main motivation. I wouldn't have done it either. But because you have to, if you've never had a grand mal seizure, you would have no idea what I'm talking about. But if you have, then for the few people that do have seizures, you understand. And I don't think there's anyone on here that has. But anyway, it's heavy. I cannot imagine having a silent birth either. If a bunch of that. Yeah, I get it. But you don't have grand mal seizures, so it's a different thing. My 38th birthday is next month on March 3rd, born in 87 Pisces baby. Oh, in 1987. Congratulations, Eric. Happy 38th birthday early. You're a baby, a real baby. That's really great. Very young. Happy birthday coming up, Eric. Okay, so Arlene, I'll check my email. Now you said, oh, you're telling Growing Up in Scientology that you emailed him. So Aaron, if you hear this, Arlene is emailing you something. So check your email. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, or check your subscriptions, because YouTube sometimes is unsubscribing people. And share the cult don't like when Tori's stats go up. That's right. Yeah, so definitely see if you can get more people on here. Tori, do you ever protest with Dan Walks LA? He's awesome. I really love him, and I wish I was a walker better, but I'm not really at this point. So it's mostly that he walks and I don't walk. I mean, a lot of people that walk, they walk fast compared to me. So I usually go with Drew, and we just, kind of sit and talk to the neighbors and stuff like that. That's pretty much what I've been doing, or doing my videos. So that's my extent of it. But I really like Dan Walks LA. I'm happy he's out and about. He's good. Kim White, he sure is, and always positive. He is. He's really positive. Hi, Miss Tori in chat. Hi, Irish Mart. Hello. Say, give Ireland a big hug for me. I love Ireland. Ooh, oops, didn't mean to add fear. Don't worry about it. I mean, I understand it. I'd rather have you say it than not say it, because then I can at least go, look, this is why you wouldn't say it that way. Do you see what I mean? It's better for you to say it here, and then I can explain my view of why you wouldn't add the fear, because it's not that you're wrong, because they do push that they'll be right there, and they'll have to stop you, and HCO call order and all this other shit. But the truth is, You can't, I never realized that you just open the door and walk out. And that's it. You're free. Okay. So don't worry about it though. Arrow 23. And Sophie says hi to Irish. And hi to Sophie. The second gens in Audit LA were awesome speaking out. They really were. They really did a great job. I hope they do it more. Walking can actually be quite effective. People walk in and out of buildings regularly. Okay, good. I agree with you. It's just I have a problem with balance. And for me, it's just easier to either sit or walk in a very safe area. Like my brother and I both agree, we're older, we're older people. And so like my brother said, and he used to run marathons and everything else. And he said, now I just go to the mall, because in the mall, you're not going to trip on a sidewalk. Here in LA, we have really bad sidewalks. So it's very easy to trip and fall. Once you fall, it's not so easy to get up when you're our age. And you don't want to fall anyway. But in a mall, even if you fall, there's usually someone there that'll help you get you up. And he hasn't fallen, and he hasn't fallen yet in the mall, and he walks every day in the mall. So that's my plan, is to start doing that. I just have to do it. But that's my plan. And then I'll be in a flat surface. And the other thing is they have little benches so you can sit down if you get tired. Dan Walks LA is a wonderful walker, but he's much younger than I am. Next time you must invite Tori. Thank you, Sophie. I agree. I don't know. He's probably already gone to bed. Night owl here too, obviously. Yes, Connie B. Good girl. Arlene, definitely would have loved to see Tori there talking to. Well, see, they were talking on child abuse. And even though I could talk about observing the kids all being locked up in the Cadet Oregon, stuff like that. Because I did talk to the executives all the time saying, you've got to let these kids have some space and see their parents and stuff like that. But I didn't experience the actual physical abuse that these guys did. So I think it's better for this one. But I would have liked to have gone there and seen it. I would have been there as a support, just as a support person. I love the nighttime too. Thank you, Sophie. Nancy John, yes, the going was great at the meeting, except for the shit bucket guy. I'll get the word out about your channel. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. It would really help. Hit the like button, everyone, while you're here. Yeah, thank you, Eric. And Arlene, Tori is definitely the queen of it all, in my opinion. Thank you, Arlene. LOL, thanks for that, Tori. You are welcome. All right. And Arrow 23, I read books from people having to escape from INT, but most people aren't in INT, International Management Base. Leah Remini just decided to leave. Right. It wasn't just decided. They said, you don't have the authority to ask about David Miscavige's wife. And that's when she went, pardon me? And that got her waking up. I've told them for years, when I was in, you create your own enemies. And they do. They still do. All right. It's nearly 9 a.m. here. Wow. And I know I don't always comment, but it's nice to learn quietly. Flowers to the mods. Aw, that's nice, Carol. That's very nice. I agree. Flowers to the mods. I think flowers to all of you, because I love that you're here. Try bubbly or Waterloo sparkling water. No additives, no calories, no flavors. I like the flavors, but I'll try them. I will. Bubbly or Waterloo. Okay. Mike Rinder, this is Arrow, or Era 23. Mike Rinder, who was pretty high up, merely stopped at a different train station when he left. He was in when I left. When I escaped out, he was still in for quite a while. Most of the people that speak out were still in when I escaped out. Which was what made it so hard, because there was no one to back me up. No one. And if they were there, like I think Blown for Good, Mark Headley was reading the internet, I think. I'm not sure, in 2000. But the guys who were, they weren't going to post anything. They would post it, but under something like Blown for Good. And I remember we used to say, this guy's got to be from INT, because he knew so much stuff. It was really great. So when Anonymous did their first protest with 9,000 people around the world in most major cities, Mark Headley came up to me and said, "Hi, I'm Blown for Good. I'm Mark Headley. This is my wife, Claire, and the kids." It was really great. It was really great. So anyway, Marcia Smith, I love the circle. It's kind of your thing. It has been, not by choice, but I kind of like it too. I've gotten used to it. Hello, Tori. Going to see your brother play tonight. Oh, how fun. We'll take a photo of us and send it to you on Facebook. Oh, how fun. Give him a big hug for me. Oh, please. That's wonderful. My brother's in Thailand, so obviously new name is also. And he's not in Thailand. He's on an island off of Thailand, Koh Phangan. And he loves it there. He really does. He's a very fun guy. Okay, Irish Mart, Ireland hugs to you back, Miss Tori, every day, all day. Ah, thank you. Thank you for that. New name, how fun. I know. Tori, my dad said thank you for his birthday wishes. Ah, that's so great. And let him know I'm his age. I'm the same age as your dad. Well, I'm a year older than he is, just so I know. Okay, Dan's fit. Us older ones couldn't take all that worrying about. It's a lot. It is. He really gets around. It's really great. And I love his name, Dan Waxella. That's a good name. Yes, they also talked about how crimes against children and others are not reported when they are mandated reporters. And hopefully somebody mentioned that they're not allowed to call the police. Eric Levine, happy birthday. That's good. That's why the older people here use walkers with wheels. Helps with balance and has a built-in seat. Keeps older people active. Well, that's a possibility. All right. And the cult has many ways of keeping people. Some are physically trapped. Many are threatened with disconnection and losing family and friends. And sadly, some are in the mind prison. They all are. They're not going to be in Scientology without the mind prison. That's not some of them. That's everyone that's in a cult is in a mind prison. And that's what happens. And the tricky thing that everyone has to remember is when we got in 1969 until almost 2000, there was no access to the internet. There might have been for some people, but there wasn't for us. So, and they made sure nobody got on the internet either. Question, Tori, have you dated much since you left? If that's not too personal. It is. Sorry for intruding. Hi, Connie. Not a whole lot. I really haven't. It isn't that I don't want to. It's just, I don't know. People always say I'm really nice, but they don't ask me out. So there you go. I don't know. Maybe I'm too old. I know that I helped coach a bunch of people in starting businesses. And one for one around the United States, I mean, it was shocking to find out how many single mothers there were. And all of them, I would ask them, after a while, I started asking, like, how old was your husband when he left you? 50 years old. Bingo. They're on for the younger chicks. So, figure I'm 77, so that's getting up there. So anyway, I haven't much. I have some, but not much. I went with a guy for a couple of years, but then someone in New Zealand actually helped me realize what was happening actually. And so we broke up. Hey, has there been a fake account with my name in here? I don't think so, T. Why do you think so? Yes, Tori, Aaron spoke about how they are not allowed to contact the police. Wait. He referenced Claire Headley's testimony. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, okay. They all had their statements written down. That's so good. Kiko, hi. Tori, I have balance issues too. I got a rollator, but never used it because it was heavy and hard to get in and out of my car. I know that's the thing with some of those things. They are. That's the year I was born, the summer of love, 1969. Well, kind of young in spirit, not in body. I understand. I do. But that's what counts. T, there was someone who said they're not you. They were being okay. Okay. I was told a person impersonating me was in here. Have you seen anything? I don't think I have. I mean, if I have seen T Perth Scientology audit, but that's you, right? So that person that I've seen, I don't think is an imposter, and they kind of sound like you. Connie B, I'm 65 and I can't imagine getting back out and dating. Too set in my ways for it to work and body too broken down. LOL. Well, we all have our stuff. For me, I think it would be great to get people that are like kind of in our age bracket and older to just get together as companions, because we don't really have to date, because I don't really want to date either. I agree. But, companionship, going to a movie, something like that, going out, doing stuff, going for a car ride, it'd be fun. It would. So anyway, that's what if I'm looking for anything, and I'm not like on these dating sites or anything like that. Don't think so. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay, thank you. Okay, good. So we don't think there's anybody impersonating you. By the way, Tony's brother is kind of a big deal, and I think you mean Tori. Tori's brother is kind of a big deal in the psych trance scene, a very talented family. He is. Chicago Dave is his nickname, and you can look him up on Facebook on David Chrisman. That's my bro. If you want to get a rollator, make sure you go to a medical supply store and make sure it fits your car. There are many different types. Okay, good to know. An aluminum walker with wheels would be lighter, but some people don't like how they look. Arrow, wow. We said the same thing at about the same time. Kiko, I can relate. Hard to get them in and out. T, if we see the fake account, what's the best to do to help? I can tell you that, Cricket Cinema, you just report it to Facebook, because they'll handle it from there. Someone was a DOA stream pretending to be me, and Aaron told everyone on a live that it was me and called me and Scientology up north scumbags. I was in bed. Aw, well, that's too bad. Well, I'm sorry about that because that didn't need to happen. T, they weren't impersonating you. They weren't impersonating you, but their name was T, not per Scientology audit. And they were okay, though. Okay. Hi, Tori. Hi, Goismas. They had a different picture. We're not being you. We know it's not you. Okay, good. Thanks, Sophie. All right. My 38th birthday is next Monday, March 3rd. Wow. Well, happy birthday, Eric, just in case we miss it. I love a purple one, too, Kiko. I have a purple one, too. Oh, good. My husband gets in and out of the car for me. Oh, well, that's nice. That's good, Connie. I still love you no matter what, circle or not, preferably, though, no on the circle. Okay, I got it. I got it, Laura. You don't like it. I got it. Eric L., I look forward to wishing you a happy birthday. Yeah, exactly, Tori. A I think you mean a good, decent friend you can trust with their they're hard to come by here. Okay. I don't know. I love people and I find people, I get along with them well. I have an old-fashioned metal one that is light enough to handle, but it doesn't have any room for storage. Okay. I watched Aaron's last 2 lives and I didn't hear him say that. Please don't worry. People are weird and can misunderstand. Yeah. I agree with you on that. Okay. Thanks. Please be aware that there is someone impersonating and stirring trouble. If you see them, please, if you get a handle or a screenshot, that would be great. Okay, and the other thing is you can report it to Facebook right now and just tell them there's someone impersonating me. You don't have to have a screenshot. If you do, okay, but they'll get on it anyway because I don't know how to take a screenshot. And I've reported a bunch of people and they get them fast. They're really good with it. Thanks for the heads up, T. Yeah. I have the 5 recorded where Aaron said it. Okay. A purple. Okay, thank you. Okay. I have your number. All right, I'll text you when it's close to my birthday. Good. 100% an apology would be nice, as I could lose subs and therefore awareness for Australia. My work is important to me. Yeah, I agree, but I think you should report it yourself to Facebook or YouTube. I don't know about YouTube. Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm thinking Facebook. Well, they must have a place you can report it for YouTube. You know what? Go on YouTube and just type in someone's impersonating me. What do I do? And it'll come up. Believe me, there will be videos on it on what to do. So ask somebody on YouTube. Just ask a general question. You don't have to say your name or anything. What's wrong with people, T? Just defies belief why people be like this. No need for any of it. Yeah, it's true. But here, it isn't. It's not happening. So there you go. Stick to the now. Windows plus Shift plus S to screenshot on Windows, or my Linux system. Okay, Windows. I don't know where Windows is. I really don't know the internet. Windows plus Shift. I see the Shift. Windows plus Shift plus S. Okay. But I don't know which one is Windows unless it's CTRL. Does that, there is a little Windows symbol, like a square. Is that the Windows thing? Anyway, I got to go to bed. It's 1:25. Yeah, I agree. Your work is important, and it shows many of the small channels are being pushed because of one person lies. That's ridiculous. That is. Windows is the square button. Okay, the four small. Okay, so that's Windows. Okay, so Windows plus, what was the other thing you said, Eric? Where'd he go? Darn it. I think it was you, Eric, that said Windows plus something. Okay, thank you, T. Bill Gates came up with Windows. He makes $1 a year these days. I saw him in person in Las Vegas. My advice is to not get involved in distracting into interpersonal dramas or spreading gossip about others. We can all speak our truth and not get caught up in it. That's my plan. Okay, well, anyway, there we go. We're at the end, and it's time to say goodnight. So I love you guys, and thank you for all coming on here. Thank you. There. Ooh. Did it go? There you go. Thank you. I will. Good night. Hi, Tracy. Good night. Hi and good night. Sorry I'm leaving. Tori, you are an inspiration for all of us, especially your way of protesting. Thank you. I try to do my best. It's pardon me, considering I'm 77, I figure whatever I'm doing, I mean, they've really done a lot of shitty stuff to me, and I'm still here. So, and it's a lot of it's because of all of you. I can't thank you enough. And them. I can't thank you enough either, Osa, because I would have left a long time ago if you hadn't done all the shit that you've done. And you just keep doing it, and there you go. Here I am. All right, so good night, and thank you to Sophie for being here as a mod. Thank you, all of you, for being here. Have an amazing night and a day. All love from Culver City, California. All right, good. My mom's 84, and you have a long way to go. Yeah, my mom lived to be 85. Excuse me. And she drank and she smoked, and I don't. So, I mean, I have a beer a week or something like that. If that, probably a beer every month. I have a beer, but I'm not really a drinker, and and I quit smoking when I was 27. Yeah, when I married my husband, right around then. Hugh. Okay. Thanks, T. Thank you. All right. Yeah, it's like a beer. I don't think I even have a beer a week. I really don't. I usually, maybe every 2 weeks or 3 weeks. It's not much. So that's good. I think that's good. And now I love those little, like if you look on my Facebook site, my son and I went out for his birthday and they sell these little samplers and I love those. I can't really drink a whole beer, but I love those little samplers because you can have little sips of different tastes. I like that. All right. Well, anyway, I love you guys. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for being proactive. Please pass on my link to your friends because I would really appreciate it if they'd come and subscribe. That would really, really help. I'm German and I have a drink of beer every day. I'll lose my German citizenship. I know Germany has wonderful beer. We have German beer here sometimes because my son's he loves Germany. He had a girlfriend in Germany and he really likes Germany. So he turns me on to that. So that's cool. All right. Well, anyway, peace out to you guys. I'm always lurking as normally, only watch you all on my TV. So hugs, Tori, sweet dreams, mate. Thank you. And good job to everybody that spoke out today. Thank you again. From me, from the top and the bottom of my heart. I really think you guys did a great job. And thank you, Aaron, for recording it all, too. All right. So peace out, you guys. Have a wonderful day tomorrow. Mm-hmm.